government. Then Umo Joshua will put the meanest man in the whole world.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just me.
Connections that you not get it.
No connection.
Yeah. Let's say that all kind of things that just happen here. No heat, no tea.
We were 20 years old early. Ellen did not want him to become president. So Ellen did not introduce him to 11 leaders. Ellen was doing okay over all. The Ellen confronted the country. They took him in his garage for 12 years according to Black himself.
Yes.
That means you are not empowered to meet any leader. When we African leaders themselves need support from the West.
Yes.
All African leaders need support from the West.
Yes.
No African leader will help another African leader with money from the government.
Yeah.
In the West. It's not about for better.
Okay.
Because when we are growth, it's expensive report of the funding in the tax, the Supreme Court ruling, the amnesty law, and everything. And the position statement for those commissioners who decided from budget to here. They said the way forward, one house discussion for peace. Then when Brother come now, the ADC by coming there, they belong there, don't be there, and you know where you just taking all kind of way, but you want to other people? Then, the city control the lower in the upper house.
Mm-hmm.
So they went talking away, talking until they did, but I think they did a resolution that passed. Yeah, because of money problem.
Yeah.
Then they sent it to the Senate.
Mm-hmm.
Then something happened. Wow.
President Bota 2025 budget will determine the clear vision for the country. Okay, so it also includes the dividend on human capital. For instance, I know it argued or understanding that the whole package that the Chinese government is about to pay, and the script they go from necessarily Bolivar to poor script.
In genuine respect and love for our country, endowed in a resilient and good people. Today, the Supreme Court of Liberia reaffirmed and upheld the rule of law in what has been termed the legislative impasse. As we have pledged, the ruling of the court will be our last hostile, and the court has ruled, effectively recognizing that our leadership holds the constitutional mandate of the first branch of government, and we welcome that ruling. We are truly grateful to God who has given us the strength over the past 6 months to endure the endurable and suffer the insufferable. To my colleagues who have stood up for the rule of law at great peril to their political and financial lives, my sincere salute. Societies become great when ordinary men and women rise up to do extraordinary things. Today you walk into history with the wind at your back and the thanks of a grateful nation. To the hundreds of thousands of Liberians here and around the world who on bended knees prayed with us, texted a word of encouragement, held us up lest we fall, and believed in us, we are truly grateful. Without you, this advancement in our democracy would not have been possible. We will always remember, we will always be proud, and we will always be your servants. To our colleagues on the other side, we identify with your just grievances and call on you to join us and end the stalemate at Capitol Hill. Come, let us reason together. In the words of President John F. Kennedy, remembering on both sides that civility is not a sign of weakness and sincerity is always subject to proof. Let us not negotiate out of fear, but let us not fear to negotiate. I will reach out to Deputy Speaker Thomas Falla and Honorable Richard so that we establish a joint reconciliation and transitional committee. I am not unmindful that reconciliation and progress will require that I make the ultimate sacrifice, and I am not unwilling to pay that price. But please let us show this nation how democracies are built. May the Almighty God bless the works of our hands and save the Republic.
As the time Deputy Speaker Thomas Falla
was acting as the presiding officer during the parallel plenary session in the joint chambers of the legislature. In response thereto, the respondents' counsel stated that Speaker Copa was in a court in another room, unquote, within the confines of the legislature. This response by the respondents' counsel raises the cardinal question of whether the deputy speaker or any other representative could legally act as presiding officer for a plenary session of the House of Representatives in the wake of the speaker being present and available to perform his constitutionally delegated task with state and emphatic role. Speaker Copa not being active to preside over plenary sessions, the deputy speaker or any representative for that matter could not legally preside over any plenary session if a session met the simple majority criteria for the transaction of business, and no action therefrom can be considered by this court as constitutional. Therefore, any action or sitting by the majority to the exclusion of the speaker presiding while he is present and available to preside is unconstitutional and without the aid of the law, and we so hold.
Beyond the speaker, we are seeing testing where we receive of a pressure testing. And
situation. Those who are lawyers, they are supposed to advise the president, but the advising carefully. They should not lie to the people. This is the problem we have. And when we are talking, very soon we are against the government. No, it is the act that established the human rights commission and say we should advise the government. We are backing the government, we are not against the government. This is the problem.
In genuine respect and love for our country, endowed in a resilient and good people. Today, the Supreme Court of Liberia reaffirmed and upheld the rule of law in what has been termed the legislative impasse. As we have pledged, the ruling of the court will be our last bus stop, and the court has ruled, effectively recognizing that our leadership holds the constitutional mandate of the first branch of government, and we welcome that ruling. We are truly grateful to God who has given us the strength over the past 6 months to endure the endurable and suffer the insufferable. To my colleagues who have stood up for the rule of law at great peril to their political and financial lives, my sincere salute. Societies become great when ordinary men and women rise up to do extraordinary things. Today you walk into history with the wind at your back and the thanks of a grateful nation. To the hundreds of thousands of Liberians here and around the world who on bended knees prayed with us, texted a word of encouragement, held us up lest we fall, and believed in us, we are truly grateful. Without you, this advancement in our democracy would not have been possible. We will always remember, we will always be proud, and we will always be your servants. To our colleagues on the other side, we identify with your just grievances and call on you to join us and end the stalemate at Capitol Hill. Come, let us reason together. In the words of President John F. Kennedy, remembering on both sides that civility is not a sign of weakness and sincerity is always subject to proof. Let us not negotiate out of fear, but let us not fear to negotiate. I will reach out to Deputy Speaker Thomas Fowler and Honorable Richard Kuhn so that we establish a joint reconciliation and transitional committee. I am not unmindful that reconciliation and progress will require that I make the ultimate sacrifice, and I am not unwilling to pay that price. But please let us show this nation how democracies are built. May the Almighty God bless the works of our hands and save the Republic.
Oh, we are excited. Yes, it's a win for the Constitution. It's a win for the rule of law, and it's a win for Liberia. So at this time, we will first want to call on our colleagues to adhere to the ruling of the court for the sake of our democracy, and we call on the President of the Republic of Liberia to mandate the executive to act in line with the mandate of the court and to restore all privileges to the Speaker of the 55th Legislature, Councillor J. Funati Kofa. We have never sat under Richard Kuhn. We went there, he did not preserve the roll call, and we made our point and we walk out. Richard Kuhn has never, the caucus, as a black, we've never gone and sat under him. Individuals have gone there trying to persuade them to come so that we can sit together, where you can follow the rule. If you want to remove the speaker or you want to ask him to resign, he can resign. Today, the Supreme Court has done justice to our country. It has just justice to the Constitution, and it has restored the dignity of the Republic. We want to call on President Joseph Boakai to issue the appropriate mandate to all members of government, to the police, to ensure that at this moment, as I speak, that the full authority of the Speaker of the 55th Legislature is restored, as the Speaker will lead the House in trying to reconcile us and deciding the fate as we go.
And the government need to really invest. The people like you that get the type of structure. They come say even they could just be getting you $1 million for the budget year. Every year they give you $1 million. You impact a lot of.
If I were president of this country, I should God show you his wonder. You're not believe it. We told Joshua for what? You're not footballer.
Yeah.
A football developed country. A football bring medicine in the head.
No.
Yeah, we told Ellen to because she's from Harvard University.
Yeah.
What would the book do for you? No passion for development. Then we move Joshua, we put the meanest man in the whole world.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me.
Connections there, you not get it.
No connection.
Yeah. Just say that all kind of things that just happen here. No heat, no tea.
When he was 12 years older Ellen. Ellen did not want him to become president. So Ellen did not introduce him to many leaders. Ellen was doing her thing on her own. She was traveling from country to country.
All of you, wherever you are, it's great joining us tonight right here on this very diet, and it's Midweek, and we are right here together. And of course, our Midweek edition of the program, and we are quite grateful to the Almighty God and the Midweek edition of the program. And face the issues here on Kings 8.5 FM. And we are right here together doing what we can for our country. And no matter what the circumstances are, we are certainly getting there. On the program, Face the Issues, we don't discuss personalities, but issues involving personalities. When personalities do their thing in front of those issues, we don't in any way hesitate, but rather we tear you apart. And normally and usually because of the pain that we're tearing you apart, we just tell you sorry. But that sorry is not an indication of the regret of our actions. We've always said that. So today is Wednesday, and a busy Wednesday, interesting Wednesday, and we are looking forward to seeing what comes out of today. And many of you out there, You already know what is it, and we are trying our best to get on with what's unfolding, but things are not okay throughout the country. Terrible things, and I want to happen, ranging from the Nimba County by-election, where they are trying everything they can to steal that election, but thanks to Ide Gonglo Ware's team that was so fast to be on top of their game with their tally sheets backing their pieces of evidence that shows exactly that they are poised for a win in this election. And 2 provisional results have come up from the National Elections Commission. The first one came, it was topping. This time, Samuel Koga is topping out a narrow margin with over 300 and some more polling places already counted. So more to come in on tomorrow. And we expect before the weekends, we'll know exactly who's the winner. But Edith Gonglo Ware's team left it or late to jump into the streets in Nimba City and in Ganta City, Nimba County, to begin celebration. And it just reminds me about the Lofa County by-election in which Joseph Pato Jala emerged as senator. At that time, unlike Nimba County election where I was not seated in Nimba, at that time, I would not brag about this, but I challenged their propaganda, the same thing that they are doing here today. When the election results were coming on the night in Lofa County, they started jumping into the streets celebrating. Their spoon network, criminal spoon network, started to post fake results all over. But we were waiting and we're still counting the numbers. We were waiting and we waited until the early morning hours, like the Ide Gonglo Ware team let it at late to begin celebration. We left it at late to begin our celebration because we knew that there were hard to reach areas that we still needed to get the appropriate tally sheets. Before the morning hours, around 4-5, Thomas Fowler was already in the studio with me to announce that it is over. Joseph Pato Jala is the next senator of Lofa County. And it remained that way. So we want to thank the team. And Yato is the campaign chair of Ide Gonglo Ware, and he's making his way to town after they've collected everything they can. And he said he would join if he has the time tonight. But he has shared some provisional results with us from their war room, their tally sheets, and everything they have. And according to him, they won this election. So they are poised for a win. I don't want to say won the election. He said they are poised for a win, right? And he said they are poised for a win. And there was a statement released today by Madam Edith Gonglo Ware in relation to that. She's the only candidate who has released such a statement. And the team had some issues with Musa Belete and team, or the CMC, for their early congratulation messages sent to Samuel Koga, when in fact the timing of that message brings forth some question as to how did they manage to get all the tally sheets as fast as possible, especially when they have hard to reach areas. And what interest would they have had so much that they would collect all of the tally sheets knowing that they were not in contention? So those are areas that we're looking to see that, yeah, the CMC did rush. And whatever is it that they came up with, they did rush. And to have congratulated Samuel Koga, I don't know whether it's any game plan or so forth, but it did rush because it is not possible 4 hours after the casting of ballots have closed for a party to say they have collected all the tally sheets. Even the parties that were in contention, it was difficult for them to get all of their tally sheets ready and in time for them to start announcing. They were only given. So for the CMC that was not in contention to have said, hello, we brought all our people already know it's not possible. It is not possible. So that's where we are. And Yato and team did address that, and they said it was unfair to them. So we are seeing what's happening there. The numbers are popping up, and we will be able to speak with him. And so we think for sure with God, all things are possible. And so the National Legislative Wahala, especially at the lower house, the problems continue. And we are still hoping that this is what it is. And we will certainly get it. Don't worry. Don't worry. We are trying our best. Segwa still need that stuff. I need it at all costs so that I can share something with the public here tonight. In relation to what's happening in Lofa County as well. The citizens of Lofa County, and especially the locals, they are having serious challenge, and they have started their own resistance against lawlessness. And carried out by Joseph Boakai and his team. So they have started that, and from Joseph Boakai and his team. So we are certainly getting there. And with God, all things are possible. Too many bad news coming for Liberia. We are hearing the MCC to be shut down or narrow down their grants opportunities to Liberia. More blow continue to be dealt the world, but Liberia to be part of that. It is the calamity that indeed was once predicted and which is now unfolding in Liberia, with Liberia being victim of the calamity that was talked about. So I think what I'm asking you for, my friend and brother, so I think for sure, so foreign aid agency Millennium Challenge Corporation to be shut down. So the Millennium Challenge Corporation to be shut down as well. Already things are not too good for our country. More terrible news continue to hit the Joseph Boga team. This one not engineered by the opposition. It is just God just getting the news and just falling down like that. The opposition did not spend a dime. They are not meeting people in Washington. They did not set up a team like Grace Bay was here for Edison Cummings, and then they were lobbying for bad things to happen to the WIA administration. That is not the case. It is a free fall. This time from God himself. God is striking them with deadly things. First, it was USAID pull out. Now the Millennium Challenge Corporation, because they don't deserve. George Weah made us to achieve that. When they got there, they don't want to respect George Weah for it. So Trump is around to cut that one off again. Terrible things are happening to them at their own core. When I say you are cursed, when you are cursed, no amount of effort can help you. When you are blessed, you just need little effort. You just need little effort, and then you are done. When you are cursed, effort is not an option for you. I don't care what you do. You like it, you fly. How many times Joseph Bogana fly? Going from place to place. You don't think that effort is exerting, but because he cursed. You know, many of us in Liberia here, man, when you are on a curse, what do you really benefit? You think by going to school, it does not help you. Other people go to school, they benefit. You go to school, it can't help you. When they say by pushing the thing from here, you will get blessed. Other people will get it. You will not get it because you are cursed. It doesn't mean you didn't push it. You did push it. Like the other people push it. But when it came your time, you didn't get it because you are on a curse. So you see that what curse can do. So all the calamity that befalling people, even if Liberia is supposed to be exempt from those calamities, because you are cursed, God will include you into it. You see what God can do? That's what's happening to them now. So we are here and things are falling apart on a daily basis. And I think for sure with God, all things are possible. And I just saw this on my front page, and we are seeing it here, and this is what it is. So the Dutch, and we think for sure with God, all things, you know. God, this country is an interesting country. Things are falling apart. For Joseph Boga and his team. Let me just click on my friend and brother Julius J's speech, and to just get this shared with you here. That which Dutch intends to do. And they say Department of Government Efficiency. They are still moving. You say it's down. So, and the agency is offering voluntary early retirement or deferred resignation to 320 employees, and are planning to terminate grants to developing countries around the world. So they are terminating grants. Are we part of the developing countries? Wow. I don't think what they call you. You don't do that one to Ome. We're not part of the developing country. We are still under the other developed country, right? So we'll deal with the Supreme Court issue and their news unfolding in Lofa County, where Dio Devil then were put outside because Mary Poto, the girlfriend to Joseph Yuma Boaka, went there to take over Paramount Chief, but the people said that lawlessness cannot work here, so they put Dio Devil outside. They won't call that Dio Devil, but the fetish max dancer or the devil outside. Let's just put the devil outside because I want a bandit devil. So it's in the bandit then a bandit devil. When it's in the lawman then a lawman devil. So not Dio Devil. That way, you know, you used to call that way. By the way. So the people are there. That picture and the image from there, I really wanted to get it to share with you, but the video is difficult. I told Seku to please, and my friend and brother, to download that thing and share it with me. I just need the video itself. It will not go through here because the link through which you share it is a limited link, so I can't get it. So I think So what's happening to Amara Keita? Amara Keita, Jeremiah Pankun, he named there Amara Keita. What is happening to Amara Keita in Nimba County? They started celebrating too early. They have gone down low because the actual results that can be challenged any given 20 time, the Yato and team, they have it already for Edith Gonglo Ware. So we'll get to that subsequently, and that will be able to take us home here. Today is Midweek, and of course, our Midweek jackpot continues right here. It is star 799 star 100 hash. We are here tonight to give very close to 20,000 up to 100,000, told you. If the time and reality. And there are many of you who have this Airbnb, right? I mean, about Airbnb, yeah, sure. So you can go there and start picking up your scratch cards that are sold for just $100. And that's scratch cards, scratch and win from Fortune, Liberia. Scratch and win, you can go and pick your scratch cards from those areas as well. And then you can make sure you participate in the game, and you will get more detail about that subsequently. And I will play the promos as well. So those are things that are happening to afford you the opportunity. While it is true that they're taking you off jobs, you can start playing these games to give you some opportunity that you can work it up. That is why it is. So we are certainly getting there right here on this very die. And don't forget to go for your eye test or so forth here and there from Water Eye Clinic. And of course, your free test and thing there, you can go there too. It's right there at Police Academy Junction. Don't forget to go there as well as you are listening to the show. And that's what I do. Say on Saturdays. That's what that's the Maswell Sakimi's wife own way of giving back to the community in these hard times and in these struggling times. That's what it is. And so I think for sure we are certainly getting there. Like I said, we will get to that election issue later on in the program. But my own focus tonight that we're going to start with has to do with the Supreme Court's ruling that establishes the obvious speaker. The obvious speaker. But I'm not going to go deep into the Supreme Court's opinion. I'm not going to discuss the Supreme Court's opinion. What I'm going to discuss is the lawlessness that is accompanying the Supreme Court opinion that has the propensity to plunge our country into chaos. That's going to be my focus for tonight. I'm not discussing because it's not in dispute. They agree that the Supreme Court has come up with that opinion and Fonati is the speaker. All they are saying is that what the Supreme Court said, they will not agree to it. They know that it has come up. The Supreme Court has said that Fonati is the speaker. All they are saying that they will not listen to it. And this is the crisis point. When I told you people are saying on Wednesday things will happen. Right? And I told you terrible things are going to happen. The guys, they want to cheat in Nimba County. That's why you saw them going all that propaganda passing. And the God that blessed those human beings is that I was not in Ganta the way I was in Lofa County and breathing flesh and blood with results falling at me. That the thing that blessed them. But you see, God is God. No matter what it is, it doesn't matter who goes there. Once God does not look ugly, it will not work. Thanks so much. People were resolved. They said we may not get money, but man, it will work for you. We never had the resources, but we'll work for you. And whatever it is, we'll get it. And God blinded their eyes and their plans to the extent that all their evil plans and things, now they are on pause. Have you seen the Koga men passing around? What they call? No, it's on pause. That's just a propaganda they were on. In fact, the election results had not even come up yet when they were celebrating yesterday. The pool had not even closed. That the kind of propaganda they did that same thing in Lofa. Oh, you can't remember when I was there? Y'all have these weak, listen, human beings who call themselves fake propagandists are shot there in the leg, alone with the aid of Jala Greyfield. Because Jala Umpa and that night, when they started that propaganda, Jala Greyfield left me in the studio, he went home. He said, "Hey, BT already." Jala left me in studio and ran away. Yeah, he listening to it. I said, Jala, I'm not moving from here. The places I want to get results from, unless I can get a results, it will not work. People were there saying all kinds of things. It didn't work. We waited. They were going 3. They were going 4. Jala said, "Ebi, what you still doing on that radio?" I say, "I'm here because the result will come." And I waited. Augustine Tama and my friend, brother, all came up from LAT. Yeah. Augustine said, yeah. They play that same trick. And I know about them. Good. So I know about all those tricks they can be playing. They be passing around, doing all those techniques. They can't make it to work because the idea is they are very lazy in their propaganda. Don't run government. It can't work for you. Whether you like it, you go or you come down. You can get it. And Otis Smith, the code is star star 799 hash is the code for tonight. You can't. I don't care what you do. You go where you come down. Propaganda can't do it. I thought you were flying around, say you're celebrating all over the place. Why is it? Because you see, one thing about me, that's what happened in the 2023 election. When I'm sure about things, I move for it. And the errors that were made in 2023, we decided to correct them. That will not celebrate in the end, and then the guys come from the back and make us look stupid. They will not do that. You got to do your checks and things, because while we were here celebrating, the CDC people went sleeping, thinking that we finished winning the election already, not knowing Amara then were coming from the back, talking to these guys and stuffing ballots all over the place. This is what we're unlikely, because if you check my phone now, I was sending all the bullet points to either Gonglo where they and their team there and telling them, yeah. So this is it. I told them, say, this is what's happening. This is what will happen. This is what will happen. Y'all stay there. Y'all make sure y'all count this. Y'all do this. Y'all do this. Do this. Do this. Do this. That's what they did. But we'll get to that later on, like I said. And we are certainly getting there with God. All things are possible. So let's see, right? Let's see a couple of things that are coming up now, following the Supreme Court's ruling today. I wanted to go to Lofa County to show you something happening there. Now you are seeing government officials. It is not the first time Mo Ali then disrespecting the court. When Mo Ali then were in opposition, Mo Ali said that they were going to throw petrol bomb into justice's compound. That was when their case was at neck, when their case was at the Supreme Court. They threatened the justices. These guys had always been reckless. Look at, you know, this, you Liberian people. Look, let me ask you a question. You ask yourself, you're sorry for some of you, because, you know, normally I'm going to talk to entirely all the Unity Party people, because I met one of my guys at the Nicrutan fee. Yeah, the Nicrutan, the St. Paul Bridge fee. Yeah, I met the guy there. The guy said, AB, I'm a Unity Party man. We took picture. He said, AB, that you make it today, I get sense now. So a friend was saying, what the call? He said, no, I'm now radical. So normally, there are some of you who did this, not with bad, but look at how you are. How will you have looked at hungry people then? Like people that more early there. Then you can get, you think they will give it back easily? The minute will run all the threats they were issuing here and there. Then you go look at a hungry Rachel Kuhn who can be stealing on campus. You look at that kind of man, you go get in power. You look at hungry Joseph Boaka, you get in power. Look at the line of people that you get, hungry people then like that, you get them. Then you think they will run the country in a way that will make sure to give you the space to get power. No. They will run straight into autocratic activities. As a result of that, they will leave the laws of the land. You got to know these things. We were running our race. We sat on the radio. We told you, these people are hungry. They got nothing to offer you people. They will plunge this country into chaos. The Supreme Court has come up with its opinion. What are they saying? They are insulting the Supreme Court. I saw my sister Kula Fofana, who's in the law school. They're trying to quote cases that have no relation to what's happening. All the Supreme Court have said, it had nothing to do with interference. All the Supreme Court has said is that we are not telling you what to do, but we are telling you if you don't do what you ought to do, anything you do is wrong. Simple thing. That's what the Supreme Court did. Simple logic. The Supreme Court is not interfering. The Supreme Court in this ruling did not say the majority brought force to go on a Kofa. Equally so, the Supreme Court did not tell Fonati Kofa say you are forced to compel them to come honor you. No, the Supreme Court left that. But say, if you don't do what you ought to do according to the law, anything you do is outside of the law. What is that big thing that you don't want to understand in this? All kind of foolish cases you're there coming up with it. Nonsense people who have no moral in this country. People that are more early there who decided to disown pregnancy, went for fake result. These people with no morals in this country, they are insulting the integrity institutions of our country because of their desperation for power. This is terrible for our country. These hungry people, let them more room said that you were here and saw some kind of footage, what they call that kind of hungry human being there. You go taking, you can bring, you think that man understands anything about governance? No, he doesn't. Do you look at hungry Rachel Kuhn? That was a bare ball to Thomas Father, guiding him through all the whole process. Father, what do you want to do? You got to get something. That kind of hungry man. You look at you put a, you think the man will give up power easily? These guys have created more harm. That they know that we're there to leave power, they will account for it. So the best bet for them is to plunge this country rather into chaos than to allow constitutional democracy that will now lead them to account for their wrongs to come back to power. They will not allow that. That is left with the citizens now to determine what to do, because the court will not do that. And Joseph Boakai will not back the court. I saw his press secretary. They bring certain laws that have to do with separation of power. The Supreme Court respects that. The Supreme Court respects that. If you look at our Supreme Court opinion, it respects that. It acknowledges that. I'm not going to speak to Grace's dissent, because for us in the practice of law, dissent is only necessary in a courtroom, in a classroom, where we just study to see whether the dissent has some reasoning inside. So I'm not going to discuss it here. Things that we know will be there for us to look at. Wow, I don't even care about that thing. So let's get there. Why these people will plunge our country into chaos? And I listen to Fanatic Kofa talking about we need to what they call look, Fanatic. Look, you can appease people for their wrongs. You've won it. And it's up to them. It is their government. And if these people think that the power is in their hand and they can do X, Y, Z with it, it is now time that the citizens should rise up to protect the Constitution, because the court cannot fight for itself. And whatever they will continue to do is treasonable. And somebody was talking about budget. Why would you see people here and there? You know, they were quoting by say something and they're talking about budget. But when you can really get sense. Honor our public financial management. In fact, budget cannot even pass, but salaries will still be paid. Salary is something that you don't hold. Even the budget can still be, salary is that 1/12 that they will take from the budget to settle those issues. So it's not a question of whatever it is. That case could be lingering on. That 1/12 will continue to come from them. People's salaries are their entire, they will have to get it. It has nothing, because it's set out and will be captured. So whether that case lay long, whatever it is their entitlement. They will get that 1/12 all of the time. So the issue about them going to their tendency, you get our money, it's not out of the budget. It's not because they pass the budget. Whether they pass it or not, people get salaries, because that 1/12 will always be put aside just for salaries. Maybe when you talk about other functionaries, if the guys were talking about where I own a car or where I own a this, those are extra things. And look at how they are. The guys are ready to plunge this country into mess because they were all hungry people. You took power and gave it to them. And you know that power thing, that money, that empowerment. That empowerment was meant for you, the ordinary citizen. That's why you gave them that power, so that they will empower you. Instead of empowering you, they decided to empower themselves. You see how terrible it is? What is the bad thing the Supreme Court said here? There's nothing else the Supreme Court said. The Supreme Court had no interference. Nothing. Absolutely. And I'm having the stuff here. Let me just try to share it with you and then read it quickly so that you see it. I have it right here. It's here. That is it. Clearly. The Supreme Court said it here. Bit of information, judgment. It's right here. So let me just share it with you so that you see it. Let it get on the screen so that all of us see it. Yeah, I don't like to say things that I know that don't exist or whatever it is. You can see it. Yeah, that is where we are. And you see, all y'all in the country are gonna be passing all over the place, between all kinds of things. You know, some of y'all, their country is a problem. That the kind of people then business I'm gonna look at them and say that some people then because they criticizing AB, I'm listening to them. That some people then criticizing me. Really ask yourself question: the people who criticizing me, whether they are sound in their mind, for which I must look at them and say, oh, AB is people talking negative where you for the useless bunch of people then should I leave and abandon the quest to protect the image of my country because of these people that who not get sense? And they want them and not get sense. They get some of them among them who get sense. And I really appreciate them for that because for them, they come to the realization to say, look, this is our country. Though I'm a UP supporter, but I don't support the other thing. This is not what we supported. This is not what we went in for. This is not what it is. These are the sound people that I'm talking about here. And for them, I must salute them tonight. I gave them a salutation tonight. I salute you and I thank you for being a patriotic person. But for the rest of the other people who on the basis of hatred, jealousy, greed, bitterness, they decide to just go wrong way. Those ones, you can take the description that I'm giving you, that you are useless to society because you are not upholding the true values of patriotism, nationalism. Where did we leave out of that? How do we demonstrate them? It's by saying no. AB, I'm a man, but I think that AB doing hurting my country. So as a result, AB, you and myself with chocolate right here. Israel is my guy, but the thing that Israel doing here, no, it will break down king. So Israel, why it is true, whatever it is, you're not my guy. But you are still protecting the person in breaking down the institution because you say you want to subscribe with the person at Oko, because you don't want to see St. Andrew, because you don't want to see Abraham. So you support every wrong thing. That's wrong. Then you are putting individual above the institution. And that's what most of you doing here. You are putting people like greedy, hungry Joseph Walker, criminal Jeremiah Cole, who steals everything. Everything involves himself into the noise. They were on the verge of stealing another election again with fake propaganda flying around with essay. They finish what they're going all over. Until either team got what they had. And they said, look, this is where we stand now. And we can say safely that with what we have, we are comfortable. And we are waiting. Whatever the legate they want to announce anybody, it is subject to court. And I know the matter will end in court. Because these people, they are rogues. But we'll get to that one later on because you have to, whatever it is that showing will be there. So keep playing your cash giveaway, like I said, 20,000 up to 100,000, depending on how you play. We are not going to joke here with that because some of you get anything already. The country is hard. Right? So let me read this for you. They said judgment. They said when the case was called for hearing, that is the Chief Justice now, and I this is the Supreme Court, and when the case was called for hearing, Councilors Winkin Wright, Arthur Johnson, Jonathan T. Masakwe, and Elisha T. Fokeyon appeared for the informants. Councilors H. Vanish Shema and Abbott S. Sims and appeared for the respondents. Having carefully examined the contentions of the parties, listened to the arguments on both sides, and consider the law relevant thereto, it is hereby adjudged that a bill of information will lie. That means we'll grant it, right? And to clarify uncertainties in opinions and judgments of the Supreme Court, right? Then we continue, and they said this. They said, in the instant case, the parties being at variance with respect to what constitute the December 6, 2024 opinion and judgment of this court, the amended bill of information is proper for such clarification. And that's what it said. They said, oh, but Supreme Court, these people say, what God, then they say, no, bill of information. But when you listen to the definition that was stated in the dissent of Baise, it also stated that the bill of information is to tell the Supreme Court, blah, blah, blah. Let me say a lower court or a judge or official of a court of doing SYZ. If they are not doing it appropriately, executing an order, you can carry them for bill of information. That is what it is, right? So that is what it is. Then it also came to other people who are somewhat trying to do things that may somehow undermine the authority of the court, right? What in a thing that does not constitute undermining the authority of the court? The court has decided to say, if you don't do SYZ, any other thing you do is contrary. What is the difference between order and that of mandate? According to Baise's dissent, he's talking about what is the mandate I was saying. So the court said, what we have said is what it is. That if you don't work in with this, is and the court still maintain that. And said, in as much as Fonati Kofa had not been removed, no matter what it is, he still remains the legitimate speaker. Now, that was what the court said. What's the big thing about it? They said these people were at variance. They're going so other people celebrating, they're going so other people celebrating. So some other informers say, but well, Koro, that thing here that you came away here, so some of all were passing around, and you say, I don't want a speaker. Then other men say he didn't want a speaker. Then they came up with a justice minister opinion and started flying around with it. Then the man went and informed the court, say, what did you really say? What is the bad thing? Which one of the forum they're supposed to have gone to? Then he was saying he read the unconstitutionality, blah, blah, but that's not it. You are trying to inform the court that that thing here that you want to call here and there, the guy that on that side there, whatever it is, because it had not come to the point where you are saying XYZ is happening. No, you are saying that you have already passed on this. You have already passed on this. So as a result of what you passed on, this is what's happening. Can you please be clear? Can you be much more clear? And how the people came down to clear the whole thing here. So they said, Lord, they said, wherefore, in view of the foregoing, and the amended bit of information is granted for the reasons stated in the opinion of this judgment. They say, well, and the majority block respondent is hereby mandated to operate in accordance with the Supreme Court's interpretation, meaning what we said is this. They will work in line with that. Meaning whatever they were doing is not what the court said. Whatever the justice minister told them is not what the court said. Whatever opinion they were relying on is not what the court said. Whatever the Senate decided to rely on for the justice minister's opinion is not what the court said. Whatever Joseph Boga doing and then taking everything from Fonatiko for here and there is not what the court said. That is what the court said. The court said they will operate in line with the December what? December what? They say what? They said the majority block respondent is hereby mandated. You understand it? You know that English you're speaking here, so that's not a different trial because I want to call it trial. They said that what we're speaking here, we are speaking sense to the issues here, right? Yeah. They said, wherefore, and if they should operate with the Supreme Court's interpretation of Article 33 and 49 of the Constitution as contained in the court's opinion of judgment of December 6, 2024, and further clarified in the opinion of this judgment, right? So it was further clarified clearly there. Now, what are some of the contentious issues that was being talked about and so forth here and there? All the noise that you were causing, passing here and there, all the kind of thing there, right? So you see, they said here. I will just read a portion of this. This is what they said here, and I think it should be there for you to see. Okay. Yeah, it is there for you to see. So let me share with you the other one. And this is the next one. Okay, yeah, good. Let me share with you this one, which is very much good for you people. Let me share with you. Hungry people, you're giving power to. You see how they spot in your country? You sit down there, you're lying there. Man, who could even afford data? People that more adding and who are begging people here for data. Come on, data. Some of the text messages I saw in people from where more adding were asking for, man, please try to send me data. Can you imagine that the men who are begging for data here, just a woman begging and a boyfriend for data? That the kind of men sitting down now, they say they empower, they insulting the Supreme Court. Yeah, that the kind of men, there now. They want, they want insulting the Supreme Court today. They kind of hungry men opening their mouth to insult the Supreme Court. So the court said in plethora of Supreme Court opinions, the court have unwaveringly and consistently recognized that only the bit of information they were establishing the basis of the bit of information. So they said, now since it is obvious that all the parties before the court, including the Minister of Justice, seem to be at variance with respect to what constitutes the opinion and mandate of the December 6th, we have advanced their own personal interpretations. Very good. And have advanced their own personal interpretations of what the law is. It is imperative that in keeping with our precedents espoused in the aforementioned cases, it is necessary for the purpose of constitutional clarity and respect to the rule of law to grant this bit of information. So they granted it on these bases and so forth. So you should be able to understand all of that. So they cited the plethora of something. Yeah, there. And they say we'll begin to ask these people questions. That in their responses that they were giving. So you seen it? And that is the most important part of this whole thing. They said during oral argument before this court, they said one of the counsels representing the respondents were asked a question by the court as to the whereabouts of Speaker Kofa at the time the deputy speaker, Thomas Farah, was acting as presiding officer during the parallel plenary section in the joint chambers of the legislature. In response, this is what Vanessa said. Thereto, the respondents' counsel stated that Speaker Kofa was in another room within the confines of the legislature. This response, according to the court, by the respondents' counsel raises the cardinal question of whether the deputy speaker or any other representative, such as in the case of Regime Representative Rachel Kuhn, could legally act as presiding officer for a plenary section of the House of Representatives in the wake of the speaker being present and available to perform his constitutionally dedicated task. And the court said whether it is possible that will happen, and they answered that question. They said we state an emphatic no. The Speaker Kofa not being absent to preside over plenary section, the Deputy Speaker or any representative for that region could not legally preside over any plenary section, even if said session met the simple majority criteria. So whether you're like your met, now what you heard us say, whether you can be your 1,000 simple majority, even the simplest majority, you now give you once the man is stay there and he stay capable of carrying on that duty. You got to remove him as speaker before you take that duty for him. Now, so once he still has that gabble, you think the gabble that they were talking about, that they take that stick from the man, the hammer, or the something from the hand, you think that what they call gabble? Gabble is inferred by constitution. You have the power. Then we can look at it now and say, George, we are get a gabble of the country in terms of the citizens' population. Yeah. And Joseph Boga get a power in passing around with it. The real gabble of this country, George, we are able to destabilize this country in seconds, and he able to bring peace to this country in seconds. He has that power. Joseph Boga doesn't have that. Boga can be flushed out of this country in seconds. That is if the people who got the people, the gabble, the mandate of the people. Where when they say mandate, you get the mandate of the people, meaning the people say, you will give our life to you. Anything you tell us to do, that what we'll do. That the mandate there. They gave him the mandate. They surrendered themselves to we are and say we are looking up to you. We gave ourselves to you. We gave our support to you. Anything you tell us, we'll do it. That is mandate by itself. So all we will do is, you gave me this authority to lead you. If I tell you, say, do this, you will do it. There ain't no time. It's clear. But see on Facebook all over, everybody, government officials are insulting the Supreme Court. Then where is the law in the land? Where is the law? Why if the motorcyclists wake up and say police boy came by and put a law here and there, will not respect it too? We'll jump in the street. Anything they want to do, we go to police stations and take there and give our input there. And we do whatever we want to do. What will they do? If the person will not want to respect any law. Ain't that the law? But the idea is, according to administrative law, that may not be a law that will be passed to say no here and there. But according to administrative law, you can pass on administrative decisions and law and issues and things. That is why it is. So the policy issues. So let's agree now, motorcyclists got ready and say, look, this is why it is. We're not going to agree to any law in this country anymore. If you can't respect the law, they will not respect it too. So all that be lawless. Because sin the law is when it favors you. The law is not when it does not favor you. So the motorcyclists are not favored by your law. So as a result, they can resist it. Since the law from the Supreme Court did not favor you and you are resisting it, then the motorcyclists and other people in the streets, they can tell you, say, from today onward, we're not running away from the police again. Anywhere we want to say, we'll say there. No law in the country anymore. So what will you do? You think the citizens police are really people who get the power. All that thing you can see them passing around, few people in pickup, passing around, chasing people, you see them running. Those people can say my market will spoil here today. Any pickup can here, you not chase it. Anything will do to you, you not chase it. What you will do? The reason they are running is because you are law enforcement officers. Look, let me tell you something. You know, gosh, this country. Do you know the difference between power and authority? The policeman standing in the street in front of your car, he does not have power. The thing that made that policeman to make your car to stop is not power. Power is that influential thing that can affect or change or movement from one end to another. Can the policeman stand in front of your car and push it for you to go back? Can the policeman stand there and tell you your car will stop right here? No, the police doesn't have that power. That power, the thing for which that policeman will stand and put a hand up and you stop is the authority that he has. So when you see the people running away from you, not because you get power, it's because you get the authority backing you, and that authority is grounded in law. Anything that has to do with authority is law, right? Because it's we authorized to do it. That's why when you go to the bank, the teller behind that counter, that teller does not. That teller get all the power they have to take that money and give it to you without even seeing any check and give it to you. But because they were not authorized to do it by law, that teller is in error. That teller will account for it. That's the difference between power and authority. Now, the Supreme Court of the Republic of Liberia has that authority. Right? They have that authority. The power to execute that authority is rested in the executive. That's why you see the force will come in. When you hear about enforcement, that means to move action. If somebody trying to resist it, you want to move it, it's rested in the executive. So if the very executive people are now insulting the Supreme Court, using their power to abuse, that's how people abuse power. Because Joseph Boga and all a group, then they insulting the Supreme Court today. No one not ever saying it started with the Supreme Court say, oh, you do they want you. You do they want the 10 position thing, you know what they call it? Joseph Boga say to hell with you. You do they want you to hell with you. I will do they want. Anything I want to do, I do it. You get policemen and passing, oh, we're beating people to hell with you. Every other thing they're doing to hell with you. That is how they've been running this country. The lawlessness have taken over this country. So the Fonati Kofa case is a case study for Liberian to determine as to whether or not the way Bwaka then now declared the country officially as a lawless country by saying they would never respect the Supreme Court opinion is left with the citizens now to determine whether they will obey Bwaka and his agents' laws that they are passing. People break all their own laws. The civil service agency came up here because they wanted to strangulate and restrict and, of course, coerce people and reduce people's voices, that people will not express themselves against the government for failures in government. If you are a public official or maybe you are a public servant, right? If you are a public servant, because they wrote non-circular that no public servant should be at workplace and talk anything political, meaning you will not talk anything against the government. That was why it was about. See what happening today? Only the United Party public servant can sit and say, we'll beat today. The government will suffer because only the other one can say, have you heard anything from the opposition? No. The moment they talk, what happens? They are dismissed. So because they are afraid, they sit back. They threaten them. Only the other one can say now, go and check the Facebook pages. Only United Party people can talk about politics. The opposition cannot. The United Party people working in government. The same circular that came from civil service is for all of them. It's for all civil servants. But only United Party people can stand out loud in the workplaces and just talk. And the government people there will just close their mouth. They don't talk anything. Because the moment they talk straight, that man who's shouting down there will carry the complaint to the boss man and say, oh, we're down there, we're arguing among ourselves. The person here just say the government is failing. So you just sack that other person. So as a result, it is not exchange of. They have suppressed every views in this country. So where are we? What's the essence of living anymore? What are we living according to anymore? Tell me. You tell me. Is this the democracy? The one that they enjoy on a judge we are? Where they could pass around and do anything and whatever it is? And somebody told me something. You know, recently, Chemeko and myself were talking, and Janga Ko, the attorney, and he said, Ebi, these guys are bad examples, and nobody will have to dream of them doing the same thing that they did when any government should come. Right? You seen it? So we know all of that. You seen it? These are the times when these government officials, hungry human beings who have nowhere to turn, when they are now insulting the court. Now listen to my brother on a Facebook post, Women Pay say the Supreme Court is more confused than even the public. How you be insulting the court? Hey, Women Pay. You see, gosh, this country. So well, everything you're more taught inside Women Pay, you my big brother, and you know I get respect for you, Chief. Of all the United Party people in the country here, you know, you must say I have several exchanges. And I get high level of respect for you. For you to have posted Women Pay, Minister of Lands Mines, to say that the Supreme Court is even more confused than even the public, and you denigrating the Supreme Court. Chief, you stop this. You're hurting this country. I don't know whether you really love the power you get, because when time comes and the people are ready, you will not end the power you have. You will leave from the offices. Because when the people are ready, they will not wait for 2029. We have talked to them. We have told them, you'll wait for 2029. And everywhere you hear them saying that we are encouraging them on a daily basis, you got to bear it. You got to live with the consequences of the decisions that you make. It may not be favorable, but we have put that into their ears. And every time you hear them, 2029, 2029, 2029, we are guiding them towards that so that you can lead the way you ought to live. They shouldn't disturb you. But your conduct will make you to not reach to 2029 as a government. But the Liberian people, as a people, they will go 2029. Or they may either short circuit your government, and then you will not be in power. And then we may either be talking about elections sometimes in 2027, 2028. Your conduct, already the country is on a serious financial constraints. You're struggling already. Then you sit there, you're respecting the laws of the land. The diplomatic community seeing these screenshots coming from government officials from the office of the president. They are insulting the Supreme Court. All the things that you're doing, your thing is helping you. It's not helping you. You're hurting yourself. And that's bad. All of you, no matter what you do, you go or you come down. Whether you go or you come down, bunch of hungry people that didn't want plunging this country into mess today. And you thought we are here for a joke? When we tell you, say you're wrong, you're wrong. When we tell you, say, hey, you stole the election in 2023, you see what happening to you now? That man dance that I get, I will dance that dance some kind of way. God will make me to dance that dance. And the day it happened, you will say, I don't hear more. The day I grab that video and post it, that the day something that I know will happen will happen. The moment it happen, I will post it. I say because of the dance that you people store away and make it look meaningless. On a day, I'm posting it then. That the time you will say, but Abi, you're not a human being. This kind of thing happen to people, then you there posting it then. I say, but I'm on a day I see to post my dance. My dance supposed to be posted by myself. I don't want to post that. It will happen. And I wanted to post it when something happened, but I just left it like that. Because in the print just in my paper. That time I wanted to post it, but I'm posting it that time. I still waiting. I will post that dance. If I know when to post it, y'all will cry with blood that day. Y'all will curse any kind of way y'all want. That day I will post it. That day I will post that dance that day. That day, the day I'm waiting, and God will bring that day. I will post that dance on that day. You will know that dance had a meaning. I say, you see, when you take away the dance of God's people, and you make God to look like he's not blessing his children, and you make God to look like he's a liar, that is what happens. And I will post that dance that day. What are you liking? You're going, you come down, you prepare yourself for it. That dance, I get it saved already. It's saved. I'm waiting. You will say, I'm not human being. When I'm finished with you in the country, you're going to find place to have. That country here is for all of us. And I'm waiting on that day. And we here. God know. God told me already to save that dance. You know, there's something they call Save the Last Dance. There's a movie they call Save the Last Dance. That dance now, I will save that last dance. That's some kind of movie they can, what they call it, right? My man know it. Save the last dance. That's kind of dancing competition. I will save that last dance. That dance will come up. That day, I will post that dance that day. Y'all will say that you'll be passing all what the prayer, you'll be hitting your head. You just think God can sleep? God does not sleep. I'm waiting. That dance will be posted. That is saved the last dance. That dance there is saved. I will save it. I'm saving the last dance. I don't want to be that last dance. Me and Abu, you will see you in studio that day again. It will be refreshed to you people. You watch it. And we yeah. The small one and passing, I get one post it. But I said, no, I'm not posting it yet. I don't want to post the one year. Even if you cover thing, I won't be post. I don't want to post the thing year. Now the real dance I'm waiting for. Now that time. The time will come. That the real time now I will post that dance. That the one we call the last dance. In fact, that day, the moment it happens, some of my students will even start sending it to me and say, hey, baby, yeah, your video here, yeah, your dance here, we can't post your dance now. And I will post that dance that day. Whether you like it or not, I will make special version or in fact, I will go and do remix to that dance. Then I will do the real that one at the Duffer technique I was using. I'm not using Duffer technique again dancing. I will use the crocodile technique. You know, you don't even know me yet. They put it, you will suffer. And I'm telling you, you will suffer. You don't even know it. I'm waiting for your one. I'm waiting. I wanted to post it with my papa, what they call Prince Joseph, but I said, no, I'm not doing that one. That one, I'm my papa. I leave that one. I said, them on dance be saved. It stay safe. Amara uno crying video. The Amara crying video now. You're supposed to even because the opponent are useless this country and we're passing all over the place. So the Amara uno crying video, your leader one there. Anytime you see the kind of thing they having what they call it, but now the time I saving my last dance, I will dance. That day I will dance. You will say I don't human being. That one I don't care about you. Because I will be evoking Proverbs chapter 1, verse 28, 29, 30. I will be effecting it that time. So that is why it is. We are certainly getting there. And no matter why it is, we will get there. Whether you go or you come down, we'll get there. The God that kept people like us and protecting us. You will see. And we hear. It happening small to you. Plenty of things happening. I get 2 times to post that dance. The other one, my dance, that is save the last dance. I will save it. You don't worry. God is alive. I am telling you, I just declaring to you on the day that I will post it so you all know. The way you're damaging this country, you will pay for it. And I know why God continue to harden your heart, because God ready to destroy you. God is treating you like Pharaoh. When God was ready to destroy Pharaoh, he hardened his heart. He even told him, say, Pharaoh, don't let the people go. Go back beyond there again. Go send more people here to go die. Pharaoh said, okay, God, I agree. I will go there. You're not going to let the people then go. He went there. The people die. It will happen. You just wait. We are getting there. With God, all the things you're passing through here, you're just suffering yourself for nothing. That man dance, it will make sense. I tell you, you don't even know about technique that God, you don't even know some of the things that I will offer. You will suffer in this country. Whether you go or you come down. And we're right here. We are here together. And we will certainly get there. You know how far we have come now? You're not Prince Johnson. You're not, what they call your first lady sick. She in the bush. You're not damaged the whole thing. You're losing Supreme Court. Every other thing went negative for you. All the things going negative for you. We are getting there. Small, look, we are getting not even small, but fast. You say project gone. Now we hear the Melodon challenge something that you don't even deserve. That you are ready to insult. We are in the face. We'll get it. Okay, yeah, that one gone. Then when we start our thing in a country, the nonsense you're doing when the people are ready to counter it, on your UN Security Council thing, that one will go again. And we are getting there, bit by bit. We are getting, and by your own conduct too. This one, and that's something that what they call by your own conduct. We are getting there. By your own conduct. Nobody is doing it. That your own setting you're doing. You woke up today, you started insulting the Supreme Court. Because something does not favor you people. And you say, Rachel Kun, that speaker, whether you're lucky or not. Your business. Me, it just level you like red people now, what you want to do. It's up to you. So, Yato will say that he will be able to join us, but let me just transition to this one here. Let's go to Nimba County. Let's go to Nimba County. Let me show you some things that are popping up already. Right? With this one, and this is what it is right here on this very die. We are certainly getting there. With God, all things are possible. I am trying to show you, and I'm challenging the Unity Party people. If you have any other tally, or you have any war room issue, just share with me. I bet, and I promise, and I show you that I will be able to show it right here tonight. Like the way Edith Gongro were there, they're taking their issue from the war room like this. So I have it right here with me. I'm about to show it to you people live so that you will see it. So if you have it, show it to me. We'll be able to see it. Man, you know, the contrary for all of us. Anybody win the win, but it must be clear that what I like. Nobody should cheat and make somebody to look crazy. No. That people then who can bury people effort that they don't can do those kind of thing, and I'm not here for that. And let me see. Okay, my chief is saying I should read this. So let us go on to this press statement. And okay. Oh, another press statement from Martineke Tingba here. And so let me see here. Me to also come out and say they may win. Koga win. Is that what he's saying? Yeah. And so I'm seeing something from Martineke Tingba. Right? Martineke Tingba, I don't know, but I'm seeing something from him. Here, let me try to post it here so that we can read it. I'm trying to read something from Martineke Tingba. So Musa Belede said one thing, and Martineke Tingba, and I came up with another thing, and we are waiting to hear from others as well. So I think, why can't I get this thing to send it to my brother? Let him come on tonight. I really will be wanting him to come on tonight. So let me see. And okay. And so Isaac, Isaac, my brother Jackson, and I'm really looking for him. But even working business, that easy. And we think for sure we'll get there. I want to show you all something. But let me read for what Martineke Tingba posted. I will share with me by my own boss, who always into the politics. The name of his senator of Mozambique County already, so we are getting there. So he shares with me. I just seen it, so let me just share with you what is written. And because there were a release that came up initially indicating that Martineke Tingba was the one that I released. So let me see here again. Where are we with this? Where do we go? Okay, so I think, okay. So let me try to read this one here. So let me come on to this one and read it for you. Then we'll go to Nimba County. I can show you from the EA war room. Then I want for the Unity Party to send their own war room something. Anybody from Unity Party, you send it, I will read it. Just send it to my phone, WhatsApp. I will put it up. I challenge Unity Party people. It's not challenge, say, I'm begging you. You're saying your own result. Let me come post it right here. Right? So today is April 23rd, right? So this one is supposed to come from Martineke Tingba, though there was an initial one that came up that I saw as well, but this one is supposed to come from it as well. I'm seeing it for the second time, and I'm seeing something that's apparently coming from Martineke Tingba, and it says here, and the separate statement for immediate release. The fellow citizens of Nimba County, esteemed members and friends of the Tingba, members of the Fourth Estate, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, on November 28th, 2024, we woke to the breaking news of the passing of our political godfather, Senator Prince Yedigbe Johnson. His death created a huge political void and necessitated a by-election in our beloved county. Today, as one of the candidates in the recently concluded senatorial by-election, I wish to extend my heartfelt thanks and appreciation to the peace-loving people of Nimba for the peaceful and orderly manner in which the electoral process was conducted. Right? So let me get on to this one, the second page. And it says here, today, as one of the candidates in the recently concluded senatorial by-election, I wish to extend my heartfelt thanks and appreciation to the peace-loving people of Nimba County for the peaceful and orderly manner in which the electoral process was conducted. Based on the data emerging from our situation rooms, And from credible reports across the 9 electoral districts of Nimba, it is evidently clear that Madam Ide Gonglo holds a commanding lead, one that significantly positioned her as the winner of the senatorial by-election. In this light, I'd urged my fellow candidates to accept the results in good faith and join hands in fostering unity and progress for the betterment of Nimba County. May God Almighty continue to bless Nimba and all our peace-loving citizens. Thanks. Ara Martinegay Timber, senatorial candidate in the just ended election. So this one is done with. Now, there was an initial one that they said that Martinegay came up with. Now, we are certainly getting there, no matter what it is. So whether you go or you come down, we will get there. Good. So let me now take you to the provisional results that came up so forth fresh on, and then I will get an updated one from I will get it updated. You know the party, but I stay waiting for you. The thing I'm going to post there, you're gonna bring your own so that I can see it too. Then we all go on with it. Yeah. You bring your stuff so that we can see it just like this. This is something that you people have not done and will not do. Yeah. So this is it. And so we are going to share with you this from Ide Gonglo Ware's War Room, right? So we are seeing a lot of condemnations of government officials, threats and insults at the Supreme Court. Several condemnations. I'm seeing Charlene Bronskin, Councilor Charlene Bronskin, brilliant legal luminary, the daughter of former Liberty Party political leader Charles Walker Bronskin, and several other persons are frowning at the government officials for insulting and the Supreme Court and denigrating the Supreme Court in set manner. So these things are coming up, and I would think for sure with God all things are possible. So let me try to share this as well with you, like I said. And let me see. This is it right here on this die. We are certainly getting there. I want to share this with you, and I'm about to share with you people like I would do any given day. Right? So this one will do. So let me share this with you. Then we get there. So that is what the guys are reporting from the camp of Ide Gonglo Ware. And then I will play her statement as well so that you will be able to see it and know exactly where we are getting as a people in the wake of these elections that's unfolding there. But you can see the silence of the Unity Party folks. Despite their early celebration that they did in Lufa County. So let's hope and pray that their celebration will bounce back, or they will bounce back to celebration. Let's hope that happens, right? And so this is what was posted initially. So let me show it to you now as we are all here tonight. Let me show it to you. This one is from Ide Gonglo Ware's team. This is what they said they have, and they know exactly where they are. And they are saying the election was very tight, and they are very poised to win, and with over 1,000 vote margin. With over 1,000 vote margin. That's what it is. And you can sense semblance of what they are saying with the latest result, because they have 74 polling places and Ide were tapping. But the rest of the other ones they brought, you could see clearly that it is a tight race. And where it is now, we are seeing it. And with God, all things are yet possible. So let me share with you this so that you get it. Yeah, we are getting there. I will always share with you what it is. Can we get it now? Yeah, let me share with you people what's coming from the war room. Okay, so that is it. That is what it is. That is what it is. I think you are reading from there. You people should be able to read from there as well, so that we all can understand it. Yeah, clear. I think you're seeing what I'm saying there. So they say candidates district 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's what they did so far, and the percentages are there. The turnout of percentages are there so far. So they said Togbo Fangalo district number 1, they have 50 votes, and district number 2, 56 votes. District number 3, 66 votes, and we have district number 4, 102 votes. Thomas Koga had, and in district number 5, okay, we are now in district number 5. In Thomas Koga's, Samuel Koga's district, he got 43 votes. So many he did well in district number 4. Mark Brewer, and I got 317 votes in district number 1, In district number 2, he got 297. And as of what they had tallied before sending this here. In district number 3, he got 213. Then in district number 4, he did well there, the most, with 607. Then district number 5, he got 43. Then district number 6. District number 6, Mark Buliwan got 1,047. District number 7, Buliwan got 851. District number 8, he got 315. Then district number 9, he got 4,000. No. He got 620. Then the grand total of votes he got there is 4,467, constituting 5.18%. Right? So let's come to the next person in line. And so we'll be discussing Edith and that of Koga here, please, because of time. So let's come to Edith Gonglo Ware here. And that is what it is. So in district number 1, she got 7,935 votes. District number 2, she got 9,359 votes. District number 3, she got 3,713 votes. District number 4, she got 377 votes. Then in district number 5, Koga's district, she got 148 votes. So let's go to Koga himself. In district number 1, Koga got 4,929 votes, which is in the Ganta belt, which, of course, if you were to listen to the results last night, it speaks clearly to what we are sensing here. So 4,929, he got that there. Then I'll go to Edith district number 6, 7, 8. Oh, sorry, right down here. Let me go there. District number 6, Edith got 418 votes. District number 7, she got 1,553 votes. District number 8, she got 10,038 votes. District number 9, she got 4,903 votes. Then the grand total for Edith Gonglo Ware is what? 38,444, constituting 44.54%. That's what she got. So let's come to Samuel Koga. Samuel Koga in district number 1 got 4,929 votes. In district number 2, he got 3,280 votes, which, of course, remember now, in the same district got 9,359 votes in district number 2. And you could see from the election result, Ladner, it speaks to what is really happening here. Koga have been fighting Edith in district number 1. Last night, I was saying that as well. And the result here reflects that. So I think, guys, result is not anything to doubt. Yeah, from what I'm sensing so far. Because those were things I was saying that in Ganta belt, Koga was doing well there. I said that last night as well. But I never have full, stuff on it. So I just left it like that. So let's go to district number 3. In district number 3, Koga was ahead of Samuel Koga is ahead of Edith Gonglo Ware because Edith got 3,713 while Koga got 4,983 in district number 3. Then district number 4, Edith got 377 there, and Koga got what? 2,935 there in district number 4. In district number 5, that's Koga's district. Remember, Edith got 148. Then Koga got 8,842. So you can see that these guys, their results are practically something that you want to believe. That you want to presume to be correct. So let's go to district number 6. District number 6, Koga got 3,698, while Edith got 418. Meaning district number 6, Koga did well there. Then district number 7. District number 7, Koga got 5,075 votes, while Edith got 1,553 votes, which of course means that Koga did well there. Then let's go to district number 8. District number 8, no, that's Edith's district. Koga got 2,758, while Edith got 10,038 votes. This means Edith Gonglo Ware did well in district number 8. Let's go to district number 9. District number 9, Koga got 1,189 according to the war room of Edith Gonglo, where then district number 9 Edith got 4,903. So it tells you that Edith also did well there. Then the grand total of votes from districts for these things for Koga is 37,689, while Edith Gonglo has 38,444, constituting 43.67% for Koga, while Edith has 44.54% for Edith. So with all of these things that you are sensing here as we are going on, if you were to calculate what they had here, I'm coming down here, they said total number of registered voters, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So total number of registered voters on polling places, let me come there, this is what it is. Total number of valid votes, 90. Invalid vote, 90 in district 1. Then the rest of the other area, then invalid vote, and then wow. So the people then what they got. So total number of votes in district number 1, and that's what we are seeing right here. So they put all together. They put all together. It's 13,474. Then we have district number 2, 13,384. District number 3, 10,723. That's as of what they had in their hands. And district number 4 is 4,893. District number 5 is 9,699. District number 3 really turned out more. District 1, 2, they really turned out. Total number of votes there, they turn out. So the turnout as per these areas. No, let me come to the other bottom here. District number 6, 5,428. District number 7, 7,892. And total number of votes. District number 8, 13,501. Total number of votes. District number 9, 7,407. Total number of votes. Then the grand total number of votes was 86,311. Right? So the percentage, and I'm not seeing it here. So let's go here and see what's unfolding. So the registered number of votes and so forth here and there. Turnout was 16%. Okay. All right. So that's what the guys have in their camp. And that's what it is. Except I have latest one I will be able to share with you. But that's what they have as of the time of the sharing of this information. Right? As of the time of the sharing of the information. But before I could go home, this was the doubt in Edith's camp, right? Before I could go home, this was the doubt in Edith's camp, and we think this is it. Let me see here. Let me share with you something. Someone shared with me confidential information, and I'm not going to call the person name to say have it like that. But again, that is what the person shared with me. Prior to that, let me see. I want to get on my old man tonight, old man Sam Sion, to give us the security perspective. He's been an NSA man and understand the security about these implications of the challenging of the Supreme Court's opinion, what it means for the security of our country. So we really want to know all of that. And so I'm about to play Madam Edith Gonglo Ware's statement that she released today, so that you can hear herself, right, talking her thing. So this was the message the president sent me. The president sent me this message. The president said we have won, and the president here from Edith Camp. They said we have won district 1, 2, 8, and 9. While Koga took 4, 5, and 6. We do not have the tally sheets for 3 and 7. So you can see clearly from this information that was sent me last night, which of course I was a bit more, what they calling it, is now being verified right here. So we are hoping on the National Elections Commission. The EDF said they won. The United Party people had their early celebration. They're going to go sit down. The EDF people still celebrating, and they say they didn't want in it. And so we are watching to see what the neck will bring up. So we are saying what we receive from them is what we are reading out here to you. So let's hope and pray that the National Elections Commission, and I will do this. I know before Saturday or so forth, we'll have almost everything in, because they already have 300 and some more and in. So by tomorrow, like that, they must have tallied and must be in the neighborhood of maybe 500 or 600 and polling places already, because we have over 700 and are putting places in those places. That's what it is. So I'm going to play you now Madam Edith Gonglo West statement, and to you and people who believe in her, and so that she can share with you what it is. She said this today, so I'm trying to share with you people so that you see it and then you move on with your life as to what it is. We are certainly getting there. With God, all things are possible, right? With God, all things are possible. So let me get on to this and share it with you now as we speak. So I'm about to play it. This is Madam Edith Gonglo. Let's listen to her. Let's have a listen. Let's listen to her. What she said, the first statement following the close of election activities across Nimba County. It is what she said. So let's get there. This is what she said. And I'm way down here. Can I get it? Yeah, I'm having it here.
Is still working.
All right. So let me share with you.
Results.
I think we are dead now. Let me
we are comfortable with where we
share this
are.
with you. I want you to get her personally.
That have been crunched. We seem to have a very comfortable
Where are we? Why are we not getting
tell our people,
it?
in spite of what the propagandists have said.
Are you people getting her? How many people will get her?
That you've done a great
No,
job.
you people are not getting her.
I want to thank everybody. I want to thank our national coalition.
So let me see.
The women of Liberia.
Where can we get her from? I'm not getting her, boss man. Yeah, no, that's not it. She's talking, but the people are not getting her. That's the challenge I'm facing now. Yeah, wait. Let me try to make sure that Omar talking. I think it's what we did is what I lettered. So let me see. All right. So that is it right here on this die. We are certainly getting there. With God, all things are possible. So I want to share with you all this from Edith Gonglo Ware so that let me see here. I hope you people will be able to get her. I'm still trying my best. I'm not too good at this computer thing. Oh, sorry, yeah.
More number base.
Okay.
Hello,
so
and
can we have it here?
Citizens of Nimba, citizens of Liberia, our friends in the diaspora.
So excuse me, let me set up something quick and then have it here. I will get right back to you. Yeah.
And then just know what doing.
Yeah. Okay, so let me try to share it now with you people. I think we got the right one now. Thanks so much to my computer board, Newton. Yeah.
Hello and good afternoon to citizens of Nimba, citizens of Liberia, our friends in the diaspora. Good afternoon, and thank you to everyone for a job well done. Even though the Elections Commission is still working on its provisional results, We want to ask all of our people to remain calm. We are comfortable with where we are. From the numbers that have been crunched, we seem to have a very comfortable lead. We want to tell our people, in spite of what the propagandists have said out there, just remain confident that you've done a great job. We want to thank everybody. We want to thank our national coalition, the women of Liberia, for standing up the way they did. This was extremely unprecedented. Watching the coalition that was poured through this election, we couldn't have asked for more. It's not because of us. It's a movement. It's a movement for change and real change. It's about time that Liberia can rise up, that Nimba can rise up. And all of our colleagues, all of our partners, all of our citizens have seen this and have spoken. And so this is just to ask for calm, but we are looking good. We're comfortable. Thank you, thank you, thank you. At the appropriate time, we'll be speaking to the press and giving a more statistical, information, more number-based information. But all we can say at this time, that we like what we see in our war room. And thank you so much.
All right, so that's the statement from the presumptive and winner of the Nimba County by-election, Madam Edith Gonglo, where they're speaking. She and her team have taken over the streets of Ganta the late afternoon hours. They started taking on when they knew that all of their records of counts were already in. So they decided to take onto the streets, and that's how it have been like. There have been no return of the Kogas contingent. So that's where we are. And we think for sure with God, all things are possible. So we can stay with, like she said, but she said that she's satisfied with what she has within a war room. And I believe that they have won it. And so to talk about, we are still hoping. But let's get on to interact with you. And right here tonight on this very day, we are grateful to the Almighty God. So we have two things to talk about. The Nimba County, something is not that much, but of course the challenge being put out by government officials who are insulting the Supreme Court and challenging that indeed they would never ever give in to the Supreme Court's opinion, despite an olive branch extended to Fonati Kofa to work with them so that the ultimate price can be paid. Even if it means for him to resign, for the sake of the country, he's willing to do that, but they said they would never ever agree, because for that to happen, they must first return to status quo ante. That's what they don't want to do. They don't want to see Kun leaving that office, because it has to happen. Kofa has to get all his security back. He has to get all immunities and that of privileges. He has to get them back. Kofa has to also get back into his office. Those are the kind of shameful things that they're not able. That's why you see them passing around talking all kinds of things here and there. So as a result of that, they say they will put up resistance. That's where they are. So let's watch and pray for everything. Let's get to the lines and interact with our callers. 1 minute each for each person, and we are getting there. Thanks so much for following tonight. Thanks for being there. And I think with God, all things are possible. Let's get on. And that is it right here on this die. Hello, how are you doing? Yeah, hello, let's hear from you quickly. Just a minute.
Coming up on the election of those electors are elected, those individuals that they think can properly represent their case should be done on a fair, free, and fair note. Because why you think that elections can lead to violence sometimes is on the basis of when you do not do the right thing by giving the right result that was, that was the right outcome of the election is specific given time. So we urge them to do the right thing. We are not listening to propagandists, but we think that those people who have been designated by to lead them to be doing the right thing in accordance with the law.
All right, thank you. Hello, how are you doing?
Yeah, hi, Governor.
Yeah, fine. Please go on. Let's listen to you quickly, please.
Yeah, my name is Vanny Kiadi, 1 billion election.
Let's go,
follow
Kelly. Let's hear from you, Kelly. Great to hear from you, Jay. Go on. Let's listen to you.
Yeah. I want to salute the Supreme Court.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to salute the Liberian people. The red, white, and blue have won the case.
Which one they call it, red, white, and blue now?
The Liberian people.
Oh, okay.
The flag.
All right.
Yes, we have won the case. I want to say today, I don't care why the majority group fee. What are the all those who are instructing the Supreme Court that must in their head because they want to punch the country into chaos. The citizen will stand up against them. What it is.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's watch and see how that plays out. And
Let me go to Nimba County. I want to salute Mana Ine Gongo because yesterday, Senator said that Kuga have already won the election. So I want to tell her thank you for winning the election for Nimba County. I want to salute Nimba people. Thank you for your discussion.
Okay, so let's get on right here on this die. We are certainly getting there, and with God, all things are possible. Hello, how you doing?
Hey, AB.
Yeah, let's hear from you, boy. Solo.
How you doing, my brother? How are you
I'm
today?
fine, though. Let's hear from you, Chief.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Mm-hmm.
AB, it's scary, man, and it's so discouraging. And what we're seeing and hearing or seeing on Facebook, people like Mo Ali making those kind of statement. It's shameful. I just want to say one thing, AB. Are they telling us now that anything that happened now, everybody run to the Supreme Court? That when the Supreme Court come up with really, we will not accept it, right?
Yeah, that's what they are saying.
That's
When
what
it doesn't
they're telling
favor
us, right?
you, no, you don't want to go, but when it doesn't favor you, don't accept it.
You will not. So what the law in the country? Those same people were running to Supreme Court on the job we are. You were running to Supreme Court and winning. What the law in the country? Why we going to call on the Congressman Chris Smith? You are saying that John we are running Christocratic government. This is the real Christocratic government that in Liberia that we're saying now, my brother.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to call upon him to see what is happening in Liberia. Donald Trump put on a lot of country. He started deporting people. But you know what, AB? The Supreme Court came and put a stay order on that. And stopped everything that he was doing. He didn't say he's not going to listen to that. And say, oh, we're going to send the people. And one of the guys that they deported to Guatemala, the Supreme Court denied the Trump administration to bring that man back immediately. And they're following the law. So are we not have law in our country anymore? Then when that's the case, maybe we need to go into the butchers. So everybody do their thing. Because that's why they're telling us, and I brought the war, they were seeing that the same thing that brought the war in the 90s, and that's why they continue to do.
You're right.
What kind of people is this?
That's bad.
For the 2 year experience, you get for the 2 year experience, I said, anytime the party call and United Party come to power, it's a problem in Liberia. They steal all the country money, they beat people, they carry on all the time. What kind of problem is this? You think you're the only people that got violent? But the Liberian people will stand up to you. I remember living with a friend because he getting free money in a few days. Director, he used to come sit down PHP there to a friend to body play there, and I play. You used to eat. You can't eat.
I said they try to put it, but you yourself you used to see them boys. You used to see them.
Exactly. Are you sitting there talking nonsense? Thank you for having me.
All right, boy. Let me get to my friend about a long time. Yeah, JR100. How's everything?
Oh God. Hello.
How's everything?
Yeah, man. Hello.
Yeah, hello, JR. Let's hear from you.
Hello.
Dave
Yeah,
Flomo.
sound over here.
Hey, Dave Flomo, sorry. And you can call back if you can. We really, really appreciate that. And we are certainly getting there. And with God, all things are possible. All right. So, yeah, J-Ball, let's hear from you.
Hello.
Hello, let's hear from you. I'm hearing you. Hello? Okay, I think I'm hearing you now.
Hello?
Yeah, hello, I'm hearing you. Go ahead.
Wow.
Are you
Hello?
getting me? Yeah, you getting me?
Hello?
Yeah, you should be getting me now.
Hello?
Tiara, please go ahead.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah, hello, go ahead.
Hello?
So I think you need to call back if you can, please. Yeah. Let me see. Exclusively, the diaspora line is here for diaspora people, and I think the female line. Please try to look for my ladies' numbers, the lady numbers, and so that we can get there. But there's it right here on this far. We are getting there. All things are possible. All right. So let me see. This is how we roll. All right. And yeah, boy, you gotta go on. Hello.
Hello?
Yeah, what are you doing? Let's hear from you.
Get off my phone. Hello?
Can you please go ahead?
Hello? Oh, what's going on? Hello?
Nothing going on. Just go ahead. Hello?
Yeah, good evening, Eddie.
Yeah, good evening. Let's hear from you.
Yeah, my brother. Thank you, man. Thank you, man. It's been a while.
My man. You ain't time to talk plenty. Yeah, relax.
Eddie, I really constrain the call tonight. I'm listening to you.
Mm-hmm.
No, Eddie, I mean, you're just asking the question before I proceed.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the law is only for us, the class citizen of this country. The law is only to catch us. The bigger people, they don't abide by the law. They don't abide by the rules and regulations of this country. The higher court, when the higher court say this, when you big man, you say you're on your own. Baby, what we hailing?
Really?
What the hell, you know, it be sometimes we just quiet in our leg corner doing our thing. Because why? The kind of way things looking for someone to grab with your chicken head. But those that say up there, go and grab those people that got big hand now. You defy the last ball stop, you defy them. The whole world listening at us. Where are we hailing, baby? I mean, it's very bad for our country. We need to. I mean, when they say court, that's the last.
You're right.
That you go and get a redress. But see what we're hearing. So this is right. This is why if we just quiet, low key, and we just, I just decided because it really touching me. After a long time, the people come out and say this, then you come out and say no, I will not buy by you. Ebi, thank you so much. You always see you getting there. Ebi, you sure we are getting there.
We are getting somewhere.
No, we're not getting there. I will disagree with you. Thank you.
All right. No, I always told you, I say we are getting there. When we advise people and tell them that this which you put in your hand in will chaos, and you say you want to continue it, we will get there. Let's see how we'll get there. Hello, how are you doing? Hello.
Good evening.
Yeah, hello, let's hear from you. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's listen to you.
Oh, what's up? All right, so this is different. This is that drawing from what's on this. You getting me right?
Yeah, we're getting you. Go ahead.
All right. Yeah, let me say thanks for the analysis this evening. And let me use a medium to say congratulations to Speaker Kofa for his consistencies and his hard work. I think in Liberia, people need to set precedent for all us. If people claim to be more educated, that they know and understand the law, and then they are doing something contrary, it's good for people to teach their lesson. And like you were saying, AB, when it comes to the court ruling today, even if people are condemning the court, because obviously they are going to do that because it's not in their interest, I don't expect government officials to be stuff. Like I read a post from Wema P, the one from Bo Ali. These are people that should be implementing their so-called agenda that, according to them, is included. So should they be the one coming up to condemn the court for saying the right thing or for setting things right? Are they not concerned about what is going on in the country? Are they not concerned about how the whole legislature has been, I can say, static, nothing is happening? So, I mean, these people are so disappointing. And even when it comes to the Nimba election, You know, I think what is going on in Nimba, those of us that how our Senate County, our next debate is going to be how Nimba to be divided. I'm not trying to be tribalistic that the vice president, the other people, but I feel like you go one side and then the man will go one side. Because the Kyopo will not keep doing things in Nimba County according to their own way. Maybe when you follow the election result, just imagine, you know, those that voted yesterday, those that voted during the election, the day of the election, the number was so discouraging. People didn't show up to vote. But where is the United Party coming with a huge number that they are putting up for that candidate? Taking a 2019 election by bringing huge number from Nimba County just on the dual belt. So I mean, the county need to be divided. We the Nimba will rise up to the occasion and let our people know that we want to divide Nimba County. That Giopo should go one side. They like it.
All right. Then we can worry at that now. Yeah, let's just wait till the election result count. Then we can make some conclusive decisions on those. Thank you so much. And let me hear from Thomas Sabo. Sabo, let me hear from you.
Avi, thank you for the opportunity. This is Thomas M. Sabo in Afui from my legal resident in Johnsonville Township. Avi, this ruling from the Supreme Court is not only a stepping stone for the opposition community, but it will signify the government only testing the water to know whether if they cheat on it nothing will come from out of it. That's why you see them saying all the things. So it for me when I see the opposition community, when they just circle the whole opposition thing around the CDC. Oh, what is CDC doing? We are ANC opposition. There are a lot of political parties in the opposition, but we are not disputing the fact that CDC is the bigger political party in the opposition. There's para CDC to come and speak in the face of the people and tell them, because the government, if the people can look at the rule of law, the Supreme Court and tell them that what you are saying, you are on your own. And you think after election, any party that will have grievances will go to court, the government will get in here. The people will continue because people get the army, they get everybody under control. They will tell you that they give a damn about the Supreme Court. So that's what will happen. You see, election result, now we come on, people start declaring Koga winner around here. Koga started declaring. So the moment 2029, 2 days in that election, people start celebrating, planning inauguration. What you do as an opposition? Nothing. You go to court, you get tired.
You see that? Anyway, thank you, my brother. Thank you, my brother, for to still be having security and everything left with Richard Kuhn. And I think something is wrong somewhere. Hello, something had always been wrong somewhere. Hello, how you doing?
Good evening, Amy. SPO from Minneapolis. Quick two things. First thing, I want to international say that bro, now we respect our nation. As long as Joseph Burger and the people don't guys run our country, we'll never respect it because one of them to be respected for all, you have to respect your own backyard. If you don't respect your own backyard, who gonna give you international assignment? Right? There's no way that you get an international assignment. It's not possible. You never forget about it. Okay. And then second, this so-called Masonic people who don't want to sort to eat for the same brother, causing problem for us. Because you all these judges there and Supreme Court people, they are all part of Masonic. So you see many more who can get food for themselves to eat. So they go out blessing, you let one for everyone, you start paying us one night, right? So that's why they don't have respect for the people because they all part of the same fraternity group. You think people are running like God based on a merit system? You think what are they insult someone from the Supreme Court bench? No. The whole country is very wrong on fraternity level. That's why you see today nothing is happening in that country. Nobody gets respect for anybody. But if we're really going to place some merit system, what are they talking? I think what you saw the Supreme Court. Long me got the Supreme Court, they are liquor talk. So we forget the man, so they focus on our country. What caused me for in Abia? Thank you, buddy.
All right, thank you. Go to the female line. My moms are there. Hello. Hello, let's hear from you, please.
Yeah, yes.
Let's hear from you quickly, please.
Yeah, man, I'm so happy. I tell God, thank you that for not go past to by the law.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell God, thank you, the Lord prevail. Yes. Because all I was seeing is happy to Tyler, why it can't happen to the man, all kind of blah, 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 blah. But we tell God, thank you that the law is the law. Yeah, being the law, this time come around. And I'm too happy for that little Nimba County either. Oh, God is great. To give God the thing. Let God, we should say thank you. And I bless God to hear your voice, my boy. I want to see you, my boy. That God got you and protect you. Baby, father.
Okay, oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Mom. I wish you all the best tonight. Hello, how you doing?
Hello.
Yeah, Mama. Yeah, Mama. Let's hear from you. Yeah.
My name is Genius from my County.
Okay.
Yeah, Ebi, I want to play it into net. So please give me the latest.
No play
hello?
Yeah, go ahead quickly.
Yeah, every you man from Pastor.
Okay, let's hear from you.
You see, but Ebi, last night I was discouraged. First of all, I want to discuss criminals and standard water spoon. I was only learn that man started talking how coconut wing, that. In fact, they started posting how tomorrow the ruling will be in favor. Criminal and let him play on me. But last night I went in, I said, God, if you love that, everything will change. Hey, God, just make way today. I want to congratulate my speaker offer. Let God be with you and he should stay with us. God will continue to bless you, baby. Because now God can use you. You know, I was watching your show last night when you were online. You said that when one man was complaining about job, and you said what you're doing before the other leader was standing behind you. Maybe I really enjoy you. I want to say something to the people. And you feel that Nimba can make that to get president. He will because Prince Johnson run 2 times in a country and he knows it. So he should know it. No, he kept up president. He's not up for the poor behind him. The other thing, I know every you see that video. Why he put a group of people behind him? No more JNP. We want to.
Oh yeah,
no
yeah.
So Ebi, one thing I want to say to Jeremiah, please record my voice. He will be yelling. One thing I want to tell him, he will have been exposed. It's a disgrace today. For them to rule today because they were not expecting it. That disgrace is big. And so, again, by the grace of God, I will bow down on my knees today, asking God for even going to win because whatsoever woman for that he is blessed. Is blessed. You know what it means for leaders, great leaders to follow beyond that woman. So that thing can be talking, they say, we're not correct. That's only that for from that member, I lose respect for me. You know, respect, you don't about this, but the tongue when we are need to be a the no one like about correct. So then the men now know that he moved from beyond it, they say CDC looking at it.
Okay. Thank you and keep playing your stuff on the cash giveaway. We are certainly getting there. 10:03 is the time now. Let me see here. Let me read you this statement from former President George Manuel Weah. And there is his statement following the Supreme Court's ruling on the urgent need to preserve Liberia's constitutional democracy. That's according to the former president of the Republic of Liberia, His Excellency Ambassador George Manuel Weah, released April 23, 2025. And this is what Weah just posted on his page and addressing all Liberians, home and abroad. And this is what he says: fellow Liberians, today, the Supreme Court of Liberia issued a landmark opinion regarding the bit of information filed by the Honorable Speaker to the House of Representatives. And our Speaker of the House of Representatives, Councillor J. Fonati Kofa. Yeah, let me get it straight here. So that get everything collect. I think we can get it from here now. All right. J. Fonati Kofa and some members of the House of Representatives. The court decisively declared that the actions of the so-called majority bloc in the House are unconstitutional and illegal. It reaffirms that Speaker J. Fonati Kofa remains the legitimate and constitutional Speaker of the House of Representatives of the Republic of Liberia. This ruling is not merely a legal decision, it is a crucial affirmation of the rule of law and the constitutional order that underpins our democracy. Let me be unequivocal. Any attempt to undermine, ignore, or dismiss this ruling threatens the very foundation of our nation. It risks plunging Liberia into a constitutional crisis, a crisis that our fragile peace, hard-won stability, and democratic progress cannot withstand. I call on President Joseph Boakai and his administration to respect this ruling and uphold constitutional order. Ignoring or rejecting the authority of our judiciary undermines the sovereignty of our constitution and endangers our collective peace with dire consequences. Additionally, I urge our international partners and all supporters of Liberia to encourage the Boakai administration to uphold the rule of law and comply with the Supreme Court's decision. You are our allies, and your investments have been vital to Liberia's stability and progress in democracy. To the people of Liberia, I say this: our democracy is founded on justice, legality, and the rule of law. It is our shared duty to defend these principles with unwavering resolve. We must stand united. We must stand united and firm in support and protection of our Constitution, regardless of the political pressures or challenges. Our future depends on our collective commitment to uphold these sacred values. Liberia's strength lies in our adherence to justice and our respect for the rule of law. As we face this critical moment, let us reaffirm our dedication to building a peaceful, stable, and prosperous Liberia, one that remains a beacon of democracy and hope in the region. May God continue to bless Liberia and guard us all in this critical time. His Excellency Dr. George Manawia Sr., former President of the Republic of Liberia. So says the president by the people's mandate. So that's what it says here. You got that, right? So let's go on right here on this dial here. Medicine Yadolo. Let's hear from you, Chief. Yeah, let's hear from you.
Abi, thank you so much. You said a lot about the ruling today in Nimba County. You know what we witnessed the Supreme Court today. Other people are saying that Supreme Court are not going to get a ruling in favor of the minority black. But I said it can never be. It means they will be destroying themselves because the issue ruling before and declaring open ultra virus. They cannot come back to change that ruling. Nothing. So as others have said, if Joseph Boakai sit down again and undermine the Supreme Court, the Liberian people have to take action on Joseph Boakai government. They have to take action on Joseph Boakai, demanding the rule of law to be respected in Liberia. If the government is not respecting the rule of law, who else the ordinary citizen will respect the rule of law?
Sure.
Who is setting the precedent for everybody to be thought about in the country? So it means Liberia is a lawless country. So it's a dangerous country right now for anybody to live. If these people reject the Supreme Court ruling, as I saw in their press statement, and the executive that's supposed to enforce, as you have been saying, the judiciary does not have power to enforce. They can only interpret the law, they don't enforce. But the executive that got power to enforce, when the executive order these people to respect the Supreme Court ruling, then Liberia is just like a ghost town. So it's dangerous. And if they do, we will rally support here in the United States and ask U.S. government to intervene in Liberia to restore our democracy. We will intervene, we will ask America to intervene in Liberia to restore democracy so that we cannot get further problems here like what we had before. We don't want to go back to what we had before. Enough is enough. Joseph Boakai cannot take the country back to that. On the issue in Nimba County election, Look, I am shocked by what we think coming from Ethiopian. Because the millions of dollars that Jeremiah could spend in Nimba County, even the great Prince Johnson never spent a dime on campaign for himself. Prince Johnson did not spend a dime on campaign for himself before I talk about spending on behalf of anybody. So the millions that went in Nimba County, it did not work. That's why you see the election competitive. That's why you see Ide holding your ground strong. So we want to thank the Nimba people. Those that voted for Ide, that believe in Ide and believe in our message that we're spreading all the radio stations, we tell them thank you. We tell them thank you, and let's wait and see. Where we are right now, we are feeling good with the millions that was spent. Where we are, we're feeling good. Let's wait and see. Ide will be the next senator. Thank you.
Thanks, Medicine. We appreciate that. Let me get on to this one here, right here on this die. Hello?
And let's wait and
see. Yeah, brother. How are you?
Yeah, fine.
Let me say thank you for the topic of discussion, and let me say thanks to the Supreme Court. You know, I'll sit by and listen to you. You really spread a lot of things today. I really appreciate you. But first of all, if the majority black say they cannot respect the ruling, I think when they sit back now, we still listen or mama like bro, when they sit back and wait for the executive. If the executive cannot force it, then we still listen ourselves and we step out for all the force for them to respect the ruling. That the only thing we can, that is the only thing we can do for them, because we will not let for someone to come put our country backward again. We are the citizens. We are not going to allow that.
You're right.
So we are only sitting back now for the listen to the president. If a president cannot make for the executive to force the people for them to bow by the law, I think the only thing we will do with the citizens, we will make sure they will not enter the Capitol building. And the only thing we can do for them. So thank you so much. That God bless you.
Thanks, boss, for your contribution. We appreciate that, and we are certainly getting there. All right. We think for sure with God all things are possible, and we are reaching at the climax of this now, because I should get going. Hello, how are you doing? Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello, leader. How you doing?
Yeah, fine. Please go on quickly. Who's this?
Yeah, I'm Timothy Bajwa calling from India.
Okay,
Punjab State, precisely.
Yeah, Timothy, let's hear from you.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to hit on the issue of the Supreme Court. Let me say congratulations to our Lord and that of our justices. I appreciate their effort in making things happen rightly. And I also want to say a very big congratulations to our legitimate speaker, Funati Kofa, for taking bold steps, telling Liberian people that the law is the law. You can use the law to defend yourself once you understand the law. And I want to say thanks to our former president, because he made the law strong as well. By taking the step of telling the Liberian people, this is it, let's live with this so that we can have a better country. And also thank you for the show.
Thanks, boss, for your contribution. We appreciate that. So I just picked two more, and then I'll be out of here. Hello, how are you doing? Yeah, quickly, let's hear from you.
Yeah, first of all, I want to say thank you to you and your team, the Freedom FM, Assembly, Banana FM, and other radio stations that have been sending talk for Liberians to know the truth and know what is unfolding, because a lot are being blind to the process. I'm disdained tonight going on social media and seeing some of the government officials, because majority of the people that I know, they are very important, but I mean, they're responsible and they know the truth. But the immature ones, Doug Cooper is there to posting on social media, whereas he's here to get his degree. He want to say all kinds of things on the social media. We want to say thank you and congratulations to Funati Kofa that he stood by the law and he stayed by the law. And the way he spoke, I mean, that's a sense of unity and maturity. He talked about bringing everybody together, that he will meet the deputy speaker, that his peace can reign in the house. I mean, this is what we want. We don't want a divided country. We want to say thank you to Stanley Yoke and thank you to the whole branch of government. We want to say thank you to them. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Gertrude, for everything. All right, folks, that's all the time we've got tonight. Right here on Is Very Die. So until we are going to be back here, right here, we want to say thanks to all of you. And we wish you all the best. So like we said, we are certainly getting there with God. All things are possible. So let me say wish you all the best tonight. We are watching out. The Nimba County voting and, of course, counting processes are ongoing. As it stands so far, we are getting there. The rule of law have triumphed. But as to whether or not we, the citizens, were allowed that the rule of law be toothless in our country is now left with us to do. Because it said we, the people, the power inherent in us. Our constitution says that we have the power. It didn't say the power is in the executive. No. We, the people, we got the power. So that's why it is. Thanks so much for being there. You got to exercise that power when the executive wants to override everything you gave to them. Right? You got to exercise that. Stand up for yourself. Stand up for your country. Stand up for the future of the country. Stand up for the rule of law that makes everyone to be equal. So I want to say